In the near future, do you want a new live-action movie made about Warlord or Tarzan or John Carter of Mars? If so, is there an actor or actors that you want to have play which character or characters? This video presents a chronological series of comic covers from top to bottom related to each character. First Warlord, then Tarzan, and then John Carter of Mars. 25 covers are presented for each character. For Warlord, the covers are his first appearance and then the first 24 issues of his first series, from 1975 to 1979, published by DC Comics. For Tarzan, the covers are the first 25 of his Marvel Comics series from 1975 to 1979. For John Carter of Mars, the covers are 25 covers from 2010 to 2012, published by Dynamite Entertainment. As the covers go by, lots of fascinating information is presented, including information about the origin of each of the characters, plus the creator of each of the characters. Notably, all three characters can trace their creation or inspiration for creation to before the golden age of comic books, which was from 1938 to 1956. However, the information is not necessarily intended to relate to the specific cover being shown at that time. Warlord, in addition to being a science fiction hero, is also a sword and sorcery hero. The Warlord has appeared in multiple animation adaptations. Warlord was created by writer-artist Mike Grell, and his genesis was a comic strip called Savage Empire. Savage Empire was born of Grell's admiration for Hal Foster's Prince Valiant and Bern Hogarth's Tarzan, combined with his fascination with archaeology and lost civilizations. Grell described pitching his idea to DC Comics as completely revising the concept from Savage Empire into the Warlord. Warlord's actual name is Travis Morgan, and he obtains the name Warlord as he fights for the freedom of the people of Skartaris. The origin story is that of a U.S. spy pilot whose SR-71 is damaged while on a mission over Russia and plunges through an opening at the North Pole into a world at the center of the Earth. In this underground world called Skartaris are creatures from mythology and Earth's ancient past that coexist amid fantastic cities and leftovers of the civilization of Atlantis. It is strongly reminiscent of Edgar Rice Burroughs' Hollow Earth world of Pellucidar. There, Travis is joined by Shambhala's princess, later queen, Tara, and he becomes the Warlord and fights villains such as the evil sorcerer Deimos, as well as various kings. He gained various sidekicks such as Mashit, Shakira, a feline shapeshifter, a Russian scientist named Maria Romanova, and his magic-wielding daughter, Jennifer Morgan. The Warlord debuted in first issue special number 8 in 1975. The decision to give Warlord his own series had already been made by the time his first issue special debut went into production. The original series ran from issue number 1, cover dated February 1976, to issue number 133, cover dated winter 1988. His last series was from 2009 to 2010 and consisted of 16 issues. In issue number 12, cover dated May 2010, it appears that Warlord dies. However, by Convergence number 4, cover dated June 2015, Travis Morgan is alive. Later, he appears in Trinity number 18, cover dated April 2018. Tarzan is a jungle hero and was created by Edgar Rice Burroughs, who also created John Carter of Mars and many other characters. Tarzan first appeared in 1912 in the All-Story Pulp magazine and has appeared multiple times in pulp magazines, books, comic books, TV shows, and movies. Tarzan is the son of a British lord and lady who were marooned on the coast of Africa by mutineers. His parents died when he was young, and he was raised by apes. He later experiences civilization and rejects it, and returns to the wild as a heroic adventurer. Tarzan is the ape name of John Clayton, Viscount of Greystoke. The community of Tarzana, Los Angeles, is named after Tarzan. When Tarzan is 18 years old, he meets a young American woman named Jane Porter. Jane, her father, and others of their party are marooned on the same coastal jungle area where Tarzan's human parents were 20 years earlier. When Jane returns to the United States, Tarzan leaves the jungle in search of her, and later they get married. Tarzan and Jane live for a time in England. They have a son, Jack, who takes the name Korak. Tarzan is contemptuous of what he sees as the hypocrisy of civilization, so Jane and he return to Africa, making their home on an extensive estate in British East Africa that becomes a base for Tarzan's later adventures. Tarzan's jungle upbringing gives him abilities far beyond those of ordinary humans. These include climbing, clinging, and leaping as well as any great ape. Tarzan uses branches, swings from vines to travel at great speed, and can use his feet like hands. Tarzan's strength, speed, stamina, agility, reflexes, and swimming skills are extraordinary. He has wrestled not just full-grown apes, but also gorillas, lions, rhinos, crocodiles, pythons, leopards, sharks, tigers, giant seahorses, and even dinosaurs when he visited Pellucidar, the internal surface of a fictional hollow earth. Tarzan is a skilled tracker and uses his exceptional hearing and keen sense of smell to follow prey or avoid predators. Tarzan is very intelligent and articulate and can communicate with many jungle animals as well as communicating in many human languages. He educates himself by visiting his dead human father's cabin and advancing from children's books with pictures to more advanced books. John Carter of Mars is a science fiction hero. In 2009, there was an independent studio, The Asylum, direct-to-DVD movie titled Princess of Mars, with Antonio Sabato Jr. as John Carter and Tracy Lords as Dejah Thoris. In 2012, there was a Disney movie titled John Carter, starring Taylor Kitsch as John Carter, and Lynn Collins as Dejah Thoris. John Carter was created by Edgar Rice Burroughs, an American author that lived from 1875 to 1950, who also created Tarzan, Carson of Venus, Moonmaid, and many other characters. He was best known for his prolific output in the adventure, science fiction, and fantasy genres. John Carter and his romantic interest, Dejah Thoris, debuted in the story Under the Moons of Mars, serialized in the February to July 1912 issues of the All-Story Pulp magazine. The serialization was published as the novel A Princess of Mars in 1917. 10 more Mars books were published over the next several decades. This Mars series inspired a number of well-known science fiction writers, including Jack Vance, Ray Bradbury, Arthur C. Clarke, Robert A. Heinlein, and John Norman. The series was also inspirational for many scientists in the fields of space exploration and the search for extraterrestrial life, including Carl Sagan, who read A Princess of Mars when he was a child. John Carter of Mars was a major influence on other science fiction tales and characters, including Buck Rogers, Flash Gordon, Superman, Adam Strange, Dune, Star Wars, and Avatar. The story starts with John Carter, a Civil War veteran, prospecting for gold in Arizona. To escape from hostile Apaches, he enters a cave. In that cave, he is mysteriously teleported to Mars. On Mars, with its lower gravity, he discovers that he is effectively much stronger than on Earth. For example, he can jump much higher. He soon encounters large, green, six-limbed, aggressive, human-like creatures called Tharks. The Tharks subsequently capture Dejah Thoris, a princess of Helium, a member of a red-skinned, human-like group of Martians, and John Carter rescues her. She is courageous, resolute, and beautiful. On Mars, which its natives call Barsoom, Carter encounters both formidable alien creatures resembling the beasts of ancient myth and various humanoids. He finds his true calling in life as a warlord who strives to save the planet's inhabitants. To conclude this video, back to the questions asked at the beginning of the video. In the near future, do you want a new live-action movie made about Warlord, Tarzan, or John Carter of Mars? If so, is there an actor or actors that you want to have play which character or characters? More videos like this one, short and longer, can be viewed at the Comic Excitement Convention YouTube channel. Please like, comment, subscribe, and click the notifications bell.